Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video I will be explaining the problem Pacific Atlantic water flow. So this problem is a very easy problem, not that medium level. So what the problem says is that I have been given Pacific and Atlantic on the sides of the matrix, and I have to tell where they are meeting, and the condition is that water can obviously flow from one cell to another cell with height equal or lower. Okay, so what I'm going to do is exactly opposite of it. So let me explain the idea first of this problem, how to solve this problem, and then coding will be very easy. So the idea is that since the water can flow from a height that is higher than a current cell, okay, so that fits. So if I had to start from the edges, from the corners, what would be the condition be? The condition will be exactly opposite, that water can flow only from a lower cell to a higher cell, or if it is of equal size. But suppose a water here cannot go down here. Okay, so it will be clear as I demonstrate. So the basic intuition is that suppose I start from this side. Okay, I go at 1. Okay, from 1 I can go at higher. Okay, I will go at 2, I will go at 3. So this is going to be in DFS manner. I am just coding like this. Okay, from 3 you cannot go to 2. Okay, you can't go to 2. From 2 you can go to 2. From here you can go to 2. From here you can go to 3. From 3 you can go to 5. You can go to 4. You can go to 4. From 2 you can go to 3 and 5. From 2 you can go to 4. And you can't go to 2 from 3, but from here you can go to 2. You can go to 6. From 6 you can go to 7. From there you can go to 5. And now I am at this state. I From 7 I can't go to 1. 5 I can't go beyond this side. So what I understand from this is that Pacific can reach till here. Now I will do the same process for Atlantic. Okay, for Atlantic I will, let's say I start from here. I can go here. From here I can't go to 1, I can't go to 4. Okay, so now what I will do is I will start from 1. From 1 I can go to 4. So let's just what thing is that I will paint it with green. Okay, from, okay, anyway, from 4 I can go again to 4. Okay, and from 4 I can go to 5, and from 4 I can't go to 3. From here I can't from 1 I will go to 3. From 3 I will go to 5, and from 5 I can't go anywhere. Now I will start from 2. From 2 I can go to 4, but I can't go to 1. Then I will start from 1. From 1 I can go to here, and then again I will start here, and I will go here, and I will go here. So you have got the points where they are common. So the common points are this, this. So this is the answer. So this is what I have to do, and what I will do is that whenever I reach a point where there is see, these are empty cells, and once I reach a red one reaches a blue, then I will store it in my result part. Okay, so that's the idea to solve this problem. So now let's code it. So coding part is not that difficult, it's just a little bit lengthy. So let's do it. So first of all, I am just going to write some basic things. Int r is equal to what? Matrix dot size. Matrix dot size. Okay. Int c is equal to matrix 0 dot size. Okay. And what I will do is that I will make a result vector that I will make it global. Okay, vector of vector. You can it's your wish. So but I am just making it global. Vector int res. So if I will just write a condition, if r is equal to 0, that is the cell is 0, then I will simply return rest. That means the matrix is empty. Now what I will do is that to store these red and blue markers, what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to make another vector. So control C, control V. So let's name it grid r comma vector int c comma 0. Okay, so now what I will do is that, as in my problem I stated that for Pacific part you can start from these parts. Okay, so that's what I am going to do. So I will make a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than r, I plus plus. for int j is equal to 0, j less than c, j plus plus. And in this if I is equal to 0 or j is equal to 0, so that basically means if I am in the first column or the first row, then I will make a function, let's say Pacific Rim. Okay, Pacific Rim, it's a really nice movie. The second one was a disaster though. So in my Pacific Rim, what I will pass, I will pass the matrix. I will pass the matrix. I will pass I comma j, and I will pass my grid, and that's all. So let's make this function Pacific Rim. So void Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim will be just, let's pass these arguments, control C, control V, comma int R, comma int C, comma what, let's pass the grid. So you know what the purpose of grid is, like storing whether it is the current cell is storing cell is Pacific or Atlantic. Okay, so let's move forward. So what I'm going to do is that I'm again going to put these things here. So okay, so now what I will do is that I will since it is initially 0. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that for this is like an empty grid. Okay, so this is an empty grid, and for Pacific part I am going to mark that grid as 1. Okay, so everything that is Pacific will be 1 in that grid part, and let's say that everything that is Atlantic in the grid is going to be 2. Okay, so if this is just basically like a visited thing. Okay, so if grid RC is equal to 1, that is that grid is already visited, then I will simply return. And if not, then I will just make grid RC is equal to 1, and then what from there on I'm going to explore in the 4 directions. Okay, from any particular position I can explore in the 4 directions. So let's explore in the 4 directions. So for that I will make some direction vectors. dr4 is equal to what, -1 comma 1 comma 0 comma 0, and int dc4 is equal to what, 0 comma 0 comma -1 comma 1. And now I will write a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, and the new coordinates will be int rr is equal to r plus dri, and int cc is equal to c plus dci. So I hope you are understanding this. Okay, feel free to write in the comments. Now from here on I will write a if condition. If rr is greater than equal to 0 and cc is greater than equal to 0, and rr is less than r, and cc is less than c, and the most important part, if matrix rr cc is greater than or equal to matrix rc. Okay, so this is the main part. This says that from any particular point I can go up, I can't go down. Okay, so let's after writing this part, what I am going to do is that I will make this Pacific Rim function, control C, control V, Pacific Rim, and what I will pass is matrix comma rr comma cc comma grid. Okay, so that's the Pacific Rim part. So now what will this do is that this will just fill everything with 1. Okay, so everything till all this will be filled with 1, and now I have to write the Atlantic part. Okay, so for the Atlantic part, what I will do is that I will just copy the same function and just paste it here. And in Atlantic part, the Atlantic part is starting from the last row and the last column and the last row. So for that what I will write here is I is equal to r minus 1 and j is equal to what, c minus 1, and I will make this function Atlantic Rim. Atlantic Rim is another rip-off of Pacific Rim. That's a very trash movie. So Atlantic Rim, So in Atlantic rim is going to be the same function as that of Pacific rim, except a few changes. Control C, Control V. Okay, so just let me reduce the font a little bit so it is manageable. 14. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to Atlantic rim, Control C, Control Pacific Atlantic, Control V. Okay, so in Atlantic rim, what the idea is going to be that for Atlantic rim, the ID is the marker is going to be 2. Okay, so and here what I am going to do is that I am going to if the r is equal to 1. Okay, so if the part that I have visited is a Pacific part, then what I will do is that I will just res dot push underscore back what r comma c. So this is the only difference between the Atlantic function and the Pacific function. Control V. So and if grid, so this is going to be one part, and another part is going to be if grid RC is equal to, sorry, is equal to 2, then I will return. So that's the only difference. So this grid 2 was same, just I had written only one more function, that is if it is a Pacific part, that means that they are meeting. So that's the function. I don't think there is anything more. So in the end what I will do is that I will return my result. So let's run the code and hope if it is working. I hope it works. Come on. Okay, it's working great. Now let's submit it. It's very fast solution. So guys, it's a pretty simple problem, and if you have understood the problem, please consider subscribing the channel. You can have a look at the code. There is nothing much, just once the idea is clear, then coding is not that difficult. So thank you and have a nice